More supporting evidence. As previously stated, Vrindavan Das Thakur alone, amongst Gaura's eternal associates, takes a stand against the glorification of Gauranga's Nagar aspect. The others, though silently appreciating his motives, very carefully endeavor to preserve this mood for the rasic devotees who can appreciate it. So, before concluding this chapter, let us present some more examples that support Sri Narahari's version. Sri Prabodhananda Saraswati's version. In his Caitanya Chandramrita, verse 132, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati presents the dhyan, or the meditation, for Sri Gauranga's Nagar Roop, as follows. Let me just read the translation. Sri Gauranga Nagar is dancing to the ecstatic tune of his own joy in his own names and performing his pleasure pastimes, Krida. A silken dhoti hangs from his waist. His wrists are adorned with bangles, and a necklace rests over his chest. Earrings dangle from his ears, and wrapped around his topknot is an elegant Mallika garland. In other words, on the seashore in Puri, Sri Prabodhananda spots his Nagar chore hidden within Sri Krishna Chaitanya's sannyas dress, just as Narahari Sarkar did. Who else will see it? Anyone who considers this special form as their pran. For it is with them that Gauranga performs Krida, pleasure pastimes, as is mentioned in the verse. And because Saraswati Pat has given the fortune to relish the madhurja of Gauranga's prem, he chides him as a kapat sannyasi, as a pseudo sannyasi, or phony renunciate, as follows. Aha, my prostrated pranams go to that kapat sannyasi, Sri Gaur Hari, for his beautiful tear-drenched tear-drenched eyes defeat the elegance of millions of newly formed rain clouds. Yet while freely distributing his ujjwala prem to all, he laughs at the opulence of millions of Vaikunthas. Oho, his gorgeous Bhuvan Mohan Roop carries the madhuri of millions of Amrita Samutras. His beauty defeats millions of cupids.
Would you please next time also the Sanskrit or?
But who but Gauranga's most intimate associate would have the gall to address him as a phony sannyasi? Yet this bhav of Prabodhananda's confirms Srila Narahari's calling him a lampat sannyasi, a debauchee renunciate. In other words, to them, Sriman Mahaprabhu's sannyas is simply a pretense. They recognize that the Lord's main interest is in relishing Parakiya Ras, and that he laughs at Vaikuntha's opulence. It should be noted, however, that such statements by Narahari and Prabodhananda are not meant to deny the many other forms of Prem Ras that he also enjoys. In Caitanya Chandramrita Slok 18, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati relates the super excellence and the rarity of the Nadia Nagari's Prem as follows. There is a form of Ujjwala Madhur Bhakti which was unknown to the Munis headed by Vyasadeva or the other great sages, or even the Paramahansa Bhagavat Sukadeva Goswami, who narrated the Bhagavatam. Moreover, even the merciful Lord Sri Krishna did not disclose these matters with his Braja associates. This special Ujjwala Madhur Prem is happily enjoyed by Gauranga's Priyas in their pastimes with him. Here the term Gaura Priya refers to Gauranga's bhaktas in the feminine gender. Sri Gaura Govinda is the only Purush and everyone else is Prakriti, or female. Hence, although Gaura's associates are predominantly males, they have internal female identities which are ideal for exchanging Unata Ujjwal Madhur Bhakti with him. This special prem is Nagari Prem. let's cover some other verses. Ready? Sri Murari Gupta's Padavali. Here's a sample of Murari's Akep Anurag, intense feelings of remorse in the pangs of Gaur Viraha. Shoki he Gora heno nishturali mohe, Jagati Koriya doya, Dia se podachaya, Banchalo e abagir kahe. Let me just read the translation. O Shoki, why is Gora torturing me? Although he mercifully offers the whole world shelter at his lotus feet, he neglects an unfortunate girl like me. I gave my life for Gauranga's love, but now my soul is burning. Thus I cannot remain peacefully at home. If I had known what would have happened, I would have never surrendered my heart. For as I suffer from his separation, he is indifferent. So what happiness is there in such love? It is just like the chatak bird who tries to relieve its thirst from the cloud, yet is struck by lightning, its chest blown to pieces. Thus Murari Gupta says, love isn't simple, especially when suffering the pain of Gauranga's praying. First, a young girl must give up her family and her pride, and then after taking shelter at his feet, she can attain the son of Sochi. Here's another example of Murari Gupta totally merging in Nagari-bhava. Dande dande tile tile gora rupa na herile morama moria jenotaki. Translation. Let me just read the translation here. From hour to hour and from second to second, my heart is dying for want of Gauranga's Rupa Darshan, for seeing his exquisite beauty. My ambition is to always hold Gauranga's Hema Konti Kolevar, his golden body, within my mind. But alas, without seeing him, my heart breaks and my patience is fleeing. Oh-ho, the rope of Anurag is pulling on my mind, for I fail to estimate his power of subjugating me. So I will just have to go to the Suraduni and drown my family attachment and burn my shyness in a bonfire. Then I shall satiate my eyes by seeing Gauranga standing before me. Why should I perform my housework needlessly? Though I'm a chaste young girl, I yearn to wear the garland of Gauranga's scandals around my neck. Thus, Murari Gupta says, Gauranga has placed a fine scar on me for my secret Anurag. Murari Gupta lived in the same neighborhood as Caitanya Mahaprabhu and was the Lord's senior classmate in Gangadas Pandit's Sanskrit toll. Thus witnessing Gauranga's pastimes from the very beginning. He kept a diary to record all of Caitanya Mahaprabhu's Navadvip activities. This korcha, or diary, later became a great source wherefrom Vrindavan Das, Lochan Das, Kavi Karnapur, and Krishnadas Kaviraj gathered their information to write their own biographies of the Lord. Hence, as the forerunner of Chaitanya Dev's other biographers, his pen certainly commands a lot of authority. Therefore, since he also writes songs about Nagari-bhava, this reveals that some sentiments with the Lord existed from the very beginning of his Leela. Before investigating... okay, let's stop here, huh?